Alright guys, today I'm going to be rating every single ride at Universal Studios Hollywood. I have been to this park over a dozen times and have ridden every single ride at least 3 times. This is obviously all in my opinion. This could be different for many other people, and I won't be including shows. So Water World, I'm not going to include that, even though it's a great show, but that's okay. I'm not going to include that. So we got on the list 12 rides, and we're just going to go straight into it and start at number 12. Number 12 is Silly Swirly. If you know this ride, it's the ride inside of Super Silly Funland. It's just one of those flat rides that go around. It's kind of like a kid ride, but it is pretty big, and it's kind of a fun ride. So starting with this at number 12, it feels like bad to put it at number 12 because it's like just a normal fun kid ride. The only problem is that Universal Studios Hollywood rides are actually like good, so I gotta put like a literally decent ride at last place. So right here, number 11, we have Kung Fu Panda. This one was Shrek 3D. Honestly, I like Shrek more. Unlike Shrek, Kung Fu Panda has screens going all around the entire theater, and it's honestly just like a chill ride. Like if you're kind of done with rides, you've been waiting in lines all day, you've been out in the hot sun all day, this is a fun ride to just kind of chill, kind of just wait in like a 10-minute line. It's always a super short line, and it's just a fun one to do while you're kind of chilling. And also the pre-show is a little fun too. At number 10, we have Minion Mayhem. For a kid, this is a good ride because all the other like 3D simulators, they're a little more intense, and I feel like a lot of little kids would not enjoy just the little more intense ones. This one's a little more kind of like slow-ish. It's still fun. The line for this ride does get a little bit long sometimes though, and honestly this ride is not worth a 60-minute wait. And so if you're gonna wait 60 minutes for this ride, just go to Secret Life of Pets or something. This is not worth it. This is still fun like ride. Like if you're going to Universal Studios a lot of times, obviously you should ride all the rides because there really aren't that many, and it's just a nice little add-on over there to the Illuminations area. All right, number 9, we have Flight of the Hippogriff. This one is a fun little kiddie coaster. The theming is on point. I love the theming for this ride. There's like literally a huge hippogriff like moving its head. It's so cool. So this one has awesome theming. It's just a fun little ride. It is pretty short, just like any other junior kid coaster, and so it's just kind of fun for little kids, but not my favorite. Number 9. Okay, so number 8 is the Simpsons Ride. This one, it's not worth the 70 to 95 minute wait that it like 90% of the time has. Only go on it if it's like less than a 45-minute wait, because it really isn't worth it. But there is a lot of things to distract you like in the line. It's kind of fun to just basically watch the Simpsons while you're in the line. There's like kind of a pre-show. There's like little things going on the sides in like almost a pre-show area, and then there's like a safety pre-show, I guess, if you call a safety protocol pre-show, then yeah, the theming's pretty on point. But also sometimes you get like the bottom right or left corner, and it's not the best to like have to look more in the middle for the screen. It's so much better to just get the middle and be able to see the entire screen perfectly. So it kind of depends on where you are in the screen, but overall it's a fun ride if it doesn't have a super long wait time. Next up, we have Transformers The Ride 3D. This ride, honestly, I do enjoy this ride. It is a little more movement than usual, mostly because it has like a whole track and it's not just a screen and you're moving around in one place basically. This one, it kind of takes you around more. So Transformers I put at number 7. So overall the theming's pretty good, the ride's all right, but the story's just kind of bland, right? You just go to like a bad guy and battle a bad guy, and then next bad guy, and then the next bad guy. But for like the thrill of it, it's fun to just go from bad guy to bad guy and just get something different every time. You're like soaring through the entire city. It's pretty fun to ride. The single rider line is 100% worth it. Do not go in the normal line, okay? Please don't wait a 60-minute wait for this ride. At number 6, we have one of the newest rides. It's the Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash. So this ride is extremely detailed. It's a little strange to see a queue be inside of like an apartment building, but the animatronics for the dogs and stuff, they are amazing. For all the animals, the animatronics are so cool. The line does get a little long sometimes, but it's never over like a 60-minute wait because of the virtual queue. The only problem I do have with it is that it breaks down like so often. I'd say if you go on the ride, you have a 50% chance of it breaking down on you. Those are some pretty bad odds, guys. So that's that ride. It's really fun, a ton of animatronics, and super detailed. It's a pretty awesome ride, but it definitely is super slow and for little kids. So next, we got the Studio Tour. I'm gonna call this a ride because you're on a seat and it's moving, and it also has like 2 attractions inside of the Studio Tour. So this is like a 2-in-1 plus a tour plus a ton of effects, plus like fire, and you get to see sets of movies that you love and all that stuff. So it's like a 1000 in one, basically. It's like a 1 hour ride. You go through King Kong's like 3D thing, and it's really nice. It has some awesome screens on the sides, and the entire tram moves side to side. You get wet, you get air in your face. It's all pretty fun. Fast and Furious Supercharged is not the best. It gets a little boring at times. They're like kind of in the party place and you're just kind of waiting there, and a lot of the times you have to wait like 5 minutes for the other tram to finish their ride, and you're just kind of waiting there for Supercharged. It's a fun little fill in, but overall the studio tour has some awesome effects. You get to see like Jaws. Now we're gonna move on to number 4. These are like the superior rides. Starting at the studio tour, we started with the superior rides. Like, this is why people come to Universal Studios Hollywood, to ride these top 5 rides. So number 4 is the Mummy. Overall, this Mummy ride is actually just a super cool experience. There's like a dark ride at the beginning. You're going really slow. There are like screens and stuff. There are like hands dripping on you. It's super cool. And then there's the thrill of it where you go off the launch, and it's just such a fun, fast ride. And you even go backwards in the ride. Like, that's pretty cool. So with the awesome theming and super fun and thrilling ride, I give that 4th place. So now we're down to 3rd place. I'm gonna give Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey 3rd place, because honestly, this ride, the theming is amazing. The ride is honestly super cool. It's so fun, and even though you're not moving super fast half the time, the screens actually make you feel like you're going genuinely super fast. It has a cool mechanism with like the screens moving while you're moving. It's got some awesome theming. I love basically everything about it. The one complaint I do have with that ride is that it breaks down almost as often as Secret Life of Pets Off the Leash. It breaks down so much, and one time it broke down as we were like upside down where the tree kind of falls on you. Oh my goodness, that was like 5 minutes of just blood going to my head. But other than that, it's a super cool ride, and it was a W for Universal Studios Hollywood. Number 2, I'm gonna give to the Mario Kart ride that just barely opened a couple months ago. This ride, guys, this ride has so many effects. It's just so crazy. It's got amazing props and animatronics while having the AR glasses on, being able to see all the other characters riding with you. This ride has like a ton of wind effects, and it honestly, it does not translate through the video. If you ever see Mario Kart on a video, it looks pretty boring, honestly, but in person, it is honestly a super fun, entertaining ride. You gotta experience this one yourself to know that it deserves number 2. And then number 1, of course, is Jurassic World. This ride, it has a nice little ride. It's all slow. I love boat rides as well. They're just so fun. I love how the first scene, you're like in the aquarium, and the Mosasaurus comes up and like chomps on the shark, and then it breaks the glass and it like sprays on you. It's just such an awesome ride. It's got that, and then it's got like the normal area with all the dinosaurs, and then of course the Indominus Rex, like the strongest and biggest dinosaur. It had to escape, and so you go through an entire little like warning area, like they're warning you, oh no, please evacuate, there's an Indominus Rex on the loose. And then you go up. It's so scary just going up the chain lift. It feels so steep, and then you have the Indominus and the T-Rex just battling each other. It's an amazing scene right before you splash down in the super fast, super fun drop. Every time I ride this ride, I always come back for seconds because I just want to ride this ride so much. It is such a fun ride, so thrilling. I love everything about it. So that's gonna be my number 1. If you think otherwise, tell me down below why you would think a different ride would be at number 1, or just where would you put every ride in your list, because I want to see what people think. Obviously my opinion is going to be different from everybody else's, so in the comments make sure to put what you think should be the top 12 rides. Well, thanks for listening in the Theme Park Scoop. Make sure to subscribe because I'm starting this new channel and I'm hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So hopefully I reach my goal. Please go help me reach my goal. Like the video if you enjoyed this, and we'll see you guys in the next one.